What if the largest animal to ever walk the earth isn't a dinosaur, but an elephant, still living and completely undiscovered? Imagine a creature of unimaginable size, dwarfing anything we've ever seen, hidden deep within our planet's last wild places. Could such a colossal pachyderm truly exist beyond our current knowledge? Here are the 20 largest elephants to have ever walked our world. Number 20. Sri Lankan elephant. This magnificent creature is not only one of the largest living elephants but also a pivotal symbol of Sri Lankan wildlife and culture. Adult Sri Lankan elephants can stand between 8 and 10 feet tall at the shoulder, making them slightly smaller than their African counterparts but no less awe-inspiring. Males are notably larger than females and are among the few Asian elephants to frequently grow tusks, a trait that adds to their grandeur. On average, an adult can weigh between 4,400 to 12,000 pounds, showcasing significant variation in size among individuals. Sri Lanka's verdant forests and grasslands provide the perfect backdrop for these gentle giants, which play a crucial role in maintaining the ecological balance. By feeding on a variety of vegetation, Sri Lankan elephants help to disperse seeds and create clearings in dense forests, aiding in biodiversity. Socially, these elephants are known for their strong familial bonds, often observed in closely knit female-led groups. These herds are composed of mothers, daughters, and their offspring, while adult males tend to lead more solitary lives or form smaller bachelor groups. Despite their significance, Sri Lankan elephants face numerous threats, primarily from habitat loss, human-elephant conflict, and poaching. Number 19. Sateo. In the heart of Kenya, within the expansive Tsavo East National Park, lived Sateo, a magnificent African elephant famed for his extraordinary tusks. These tusks were so long they almost grazed the ground, marking him as a tusker, a rare individual among elephants with tusks long enough to reach or nearly touch the ground. Sateo's grandeur was not just in his physical appearance. He represented the rich biodiversity of one of the world's largest wildlife sanctuaries, home to a vast population of elephants. Believed to have been born in the late 1960s, Sateo roamed the African savanna for at least 45 years. His life, however, came to a tragic end in 2014 when poachers, driven by the lucrative black market for ivory, killed him with a poison arrow. Sateo's massive tusks, which made him a symbol of natural wonder, also made him a target. Despite efforts to protect him, the park ranger's vigilant surveillance was not enough to save him from the illegal ivory trade. The demand for ivory, which fetches thousands of dollars per kilogram in Asia, fuels a nefarious underworld of organized crime and has devastating effects on Africa's elephant populations. Following Sateo's death, his tusks were mercilessly removed by the poachers, a loss felt deeply by conservationists and wildlife enthusiasts worldwide. In the wake of this tragedy, arrests were made, highlighting the ongoing battle between wildlife conservationists and the illegal ivory trade. Number 18. Black Diamond. In 1929, as the bustling town of Corsicana, Texas, rode the wave of its oil boom, the arrival of the circus brought an air of excitement to its high-spirited population. During this era, circuses were a major source of entertainment, drawing crowds from far and wide despite the growing popularity of movies and radio. Among the attractions the circus boasted, a standout was a herd of elephants that paraded through downtown, captivating thousands of spectators. Among these gentle giants was Black Diamond, an exceptionally large elephant whose appearance was marred by safety measures. His tusks were trimmed, and he was outfitted with chains and an iron bar to limit his movements, signaling the circus handler's awareness of his potential danger. The day turned to horror when Black Diamond broke free from his restraints, causing chaos and ultimately leading to a fatal incident involving a spectator. Elephants, while generally peaceful beings preferring tranquility and left undisturbed, can display aggression during must, a period in male elephants characterized by heightened aggression and increased levels of testosterone. The aftermath for Black Diamond was bleak. The town, shocked and frightened by the incident, decided on a harsh course of action. In a profoundly distressing episode, Black Diamond was executed by a firing squad, with reports varying that it took between 50 to 170 bullets to end his life. Number 17. Deinotherium. This extraordinary genus of prehistoric elephant lived during the Miocene to the early Pliocene epochs, approximately 23 million to 2.7 million years ago. Deinotherium, whose name intriguingly means terrible beast, was one of the largest land mammals to have ever roamed the earth, offering a fascinating glimpse into the diversity of ancient megafauna. Adult Deinotherium could reach staggering heights of up to 13 feet at the shoulder, with estimated weights ranging from 10 to 14 tons, rivaling even the largest of modern elephants. This colossal size made them one of the preeminent species of their time, moving through diverse landscapes that spanned from Europe through parts of Asia and Africa. One of the most distinctive features of Deinotherium was its tusks. Unlike any living elephant, Deinotherium's tusks were located on the lower jaw and curved downward, a unique adaptation among proboscideans. These tusks, alongside a trunk likely used for grasping vegetation, suggest a specialized feeding strategy, possibly for stripping leaves or pulling down branches. The body structure of Deinotherium was robust, with strong limbs supporting its massive frame and a relatively short neck. Its skull was notably large, with a deep jaw and nasal opening positioned further back, indicating a long trunk similar to modern elephants. This trunk would have been a crucial tool for foraging, drinking, and possibly social interaction. Number 16. Indian elephant. The Indian elephant, a majestic creature that stands at an impressive height of up to 11.5 feet and can weigh as much as 5 tons. This remarkable animal is not only one of the largest land mammals on Earth, but also represents one of the 3 recognized subspecies of the Asian elephant. Classified as endangered, the Indian elephant is a native nomad of mainland Asia, showcasing considerable differences in size when compared to its larger African cousins. Indian elephants are known for their constant movement across the landscape, rarely staying in one location for more than a few days in search of food, water, and suitable habitat. A unique feature of these elephants is that the highest point of their body is at their head, distinguishing their silhouette from other elephant species. When it comes to gender differences within the species, female Indian elephants are notably without tusks, a trait that contrasts sharply with their male counterparts. Moreover, the females can be recognized by a distinctive finger-like feature at the tip of their trunk, which aids in their foraging and interaction with the environment and each other. Now it's time for today's topic. In August 2025, a wildlife research convoy traveling through a restricted corridor of Tsavo East National Park, Kenya, captured footage that stunned scientists back in the United States. Filmed through a dusty windshield, the video shows what appears to be an elephant, except this one towers far above known African bulls, its silhouette rising through heat haze like something prehistoric. The convoy abruptly stopped as the massive figure crossed the dirt road ahead. Researchers later estimated its shoulder height far exceeded recorded elephant data, even rivaling Ice Age measurements. Shockingly, satellite tracking shows the area hasn't been surveyed on foot in over 2 decades due to security risks and unexploded ordnance. Biologists at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History reviewed the footage frame by frame and confirmed it wasn't a camera distortion, drone artifact, or known herd member. No GPS-collared elephants were anywhere nearby. If this animal is real, it suggests an isolated megapopulation survived undetected in one of Africa's last blind zones. Is this proof of a lost giant species or something else entirely? What do you think? Number 15. African bush elephant. The African bush elephant, also known as the African savanna elephant, it's crucial to distinguish this giant from its cousin, the African forest elephant, as they roam different landscapes of Africa. While they share a common lineage, recent research has revealed that these are indeed 2 separate species, each unique in its own way. The African bush elephant holds the title of the largest land animal on Earth, towering up to 13 feet at the shoulder and weighing between 5,000 and 14,000 pounds. Their size is truly awe-inspiring. Unlike their forest-dwelling cousins, bush elephants boast large, more curved tusks and have more triangular-shaped ears, characteristics that set them apart if you ever get close enough to compare. But it's not just their physical attributes that are remarkable. These giants possess incredible strength, capable of knocking down trees with ease. Yet, despite their power, they are also known for their intelligence and complex social behaviors. Working cooperatively, they protect their herds from threats, utilizing their collective wisdom and experience for survival. Despite their grandeur and vital role in the ecosystem, African bush elephants face significant threats from poaching and habitat loss, leading to their classification as vulnerable. Number 14. Stegodon. The Stegodon, an ancient relative of today's elephants, was an impressive sight, standing 13 feet tall and weighing between 8 to 12 tons. This species was one of the largest proboscideans, a group that includes modern elephants and their extinct relatives, indicating a significant place in the evolutionary history of elephants. Unlike the elephants we are familiar with today, Stegodon traced their lineage back to a time before the separate evolutionary paths of Asian elephants, African elephants, and mammoths diverged. Existing from around 11 million years ago up until as recently as 6,000 years ago, Stegodon roamed across Asia, Africa, and even reached North America. Despite their appearance potentially mirroring that of contemporary elephants, Stegodon boasted a distinctive feature that set them apart: their tusks. Remarkably, these tusks could extend up to 10 feet in length, roughly a third the length of a bus and nearly as long as the Stegodon's own body. One fascinating aspect of the Stegodon's tusks was how closely they grew together, sometimes so close that there wasn't enough room for the animal's trunk to fit between them. This unique characteristic distinguishes Stegodon from their more famous relatives, the mammoths, and highlights the diverse adaptations of prehistoric proboscideans. Number 13. Straight-tusked elephant. This extinct species, scientifically known as Palaeoloxodon antiquus, was a colossal presence across much of Europe during the Pleistocene epoch, from approximately 780,000 to 50,000 years ago. The straight-tusked elephant was an extraordinary creature, standing up to 4 meters, about 13 feet, tall at the shoulders, with some of the largest individuals potentially weighing as much as 14 tons. This makes them one of the largest elephant species to have ever lived, significantly larger than today's African elephants. Their remarkable size and distinctive long, straight tusks, which were used for foraging and possibly as a display during mating rituals, set them apart from other elephant species. Evidence suggests that these magnificent animals shared the earth with early humans, who may have viewed them as both a source of awe and a vital resource. Archaeological findings indicate that straight-tusked elephants could have encountered humans and might have been hunted for food, providing a fascinating glimpse into early human life and survival strategies. The decline and eventual extinction of the straight-tusked elephant around 50,000 years ago likely resulted from a combination of climate change and the impact of increasingly capable human hunters. Number 12. Palaeoloxodon namadicus. Palaeoloxodon namadicus, also known as the Indian elephant or the Asian straight-tusked elephant, is a magnificent beast that roamed the Indian subcontinent and stands as one of the mightiest land mammals ever to walk the earth. With towering heights ranging from 13 to 16 feet at the shoulder and a staggering weight of 20 to 24 tons, the Palaeoloxodon namadicus dwarfed even the largest of today's African elephants and outweighed the mammoths of its era. Characterized by its long, straight tusks, which could extend up to 11.5 feet, this colossal vegetarian lived during the Pleistocene epoch. It shared the planet with other megafauna, hinting at a time when Earth's landscapes were dominated by giants. The existence of the Palaeoloxodon namadicus is known to us through fossils found across various parts of India and Pakistan, offering a glimpse into its life and the environment it inhabited. However, like many of the great megafauna of that age, the Palaeoloxodon namadicus eventually succumbed to extinction. The reasons behind its disappearance likely include a combination of climate change and the pressures exerted by early human populations. These early humans might have contributed to its extinction through overhunting and habitat destruction, mirroring the conservation challenges faced by many species today. Number 11. Gomphotherium. Gomphotheriums were part of a diverse family of proboscideans, the order of mammals that includes today's elephants and their extinct relatives. Flourishing from the late Miocene to the Pleistocene epochs, their reign extended from about 12 million to as recently as 10,000 years ago. Gomphotheriums stood out for their distinctive physical features. Unlike the elongated tusks of modern elephants, Gomphotheriums possessed 4 tusks, 2 on the upper jaw and 2 on the lower. These lower tusks were particularly unique, often shorter and flattened, resembling a shovel or spade. This adaptation likely aided in their feeding habits, allowing them to scoop up vegetation. They had a body size that could vary widely, with some species reaching up to 10 feet in height and weighing several tons, making them formidable creatures of their time. Their habitat was vast, covering parts of North and South America, Africa, and Asia. This wide distribution indicates their ability to adapt to various environments, from dense forests to grassy plains. The diet of Gomphotheriums was as varied as their habitat, including leaves, fruits, and grasses, which they would have gathered with their versatile trunks and tusks. Number 10. Loxodonta adorora. Deep in the heart of the African continent, a newly discovered species of elephant has been making headlines. Meet Loxodonta adorora, or the African desert elephant, an incredible subspecies found in the remote Namib Desert region. First scientifically described in 2020, Loxodonta adorora represents an entirely new lineage of elephant that diverged from its savanna cousins over 1 million years ago. Adapted to the harsh desert conditions, these elephants display some striking differences. One of the most notable is their immense size. Loxodonta adorora specimens are substantially larger than other African elephants. The tallest individuals stand up to 4 meters or 13 feet, high at the shoulder. For context, savanna elephants average around 3.2 meters, or 10.5 feet. Their weight is equally staggering, with mature males exceeding 8,000 kilograms, or 17,600 pounds. This dwarfs the typical 6,000 kilogram weight of a male African bush elephant. Researchers believe Loxodonta adorora's massive proportions evolved to better conserve water and withstand intense desert heat. Their huge bodies have smaller surface area to volume ratios, losing less moisture. These giants move across the dunes on wide, flat footpads that act like snowshoes, preventing them from sinking into the sand. Their iconic long trunk and tusks remain as specialized tools for survival. Numbering only in the low thousands, Loxodonta adorora faces major threats from poaching, habitat loss, and human conflict. Conservation efforts are ramping up to protect this evolutionary marvel before it vanishes into the sands of time. Number 9. Imperial Mammoth. The Imperial Mammoth, an awe-inspiring giant of the past, stands tall in the annals of prehistoric megafauna, reaching heights of 13 feet and tipping the scales between 8 to 10 tons. This species is among the most colossal mammoths ever discovered in the fossil record. What's more, it's considered possibly the largest terrestrial mammal ever known from North America. With a vast geographical footprint, the Imperial Mammoth's remains have been unearthed across a wide expanse, from the United States to the southern reaches of Mexico and up into Canada. This extensive range mirrors that of its close relative, the Columbian mammoth, leading to some confusion between the two species due to their similar appearances. However, a distinguishing feature sets the Imperial Mammoth apart: its tusks. Unique in form, the tusks of the Imperial Mammoth are noted for their tips, which intriguingly cross over one another. This characteristic not only helps differentiate it from other mammoth species, but also adds to the mystique of this prehistoric behemoth. Number 8. Jumbo. This extraordinary elephant gained fame in the late 19th century, becoming a symbol of awe and fascination. Born in the Sudanese wilderness around 1860, Jumbo was captured and sold to a zoo in Paris before making his way to the London Zoo in the early 1860s. Here, he quickly became a beloved figure, especially among children who would ride on his back, including the children of Queen Victoria. Jumbo's life took a dramatic turn in 1882 when P.T. Barnum, the American showman known for his flair for the extraordinary, bought him for the sum of $10,000 and brought him to the United States. Upon his arrival in New York, Jumbo was welcomed by an eager crowd of 10,000 people, a testament to his burgeoning celebrity status. Standing over 11 feet tall and weighing 6 tons, Jumbo was indeed a sight to behold and was touted as the largest elephant in captivity at the time. As a star of Barnum's circus, Jumbo delighted audiences across America with his impressive size and gentle nature, forming a deep bond with his keeper, Matthew Scott. Interestingly, the name Jumbo initially had no relation to his size, but became synonymous with anything large because of him. His legacy significantly impacted the English language, with Jumbo now commonly used to describe something of great size. Tragically, Jumbo's life ended in 1885 when he was struck by a train in St. Thomas, Ontario, Canada. Number 7. Palaeoloxodon recki. Palaeoloxodon recki, an extinct species, was once a towering figure in the prehistoric landscapes of Africa, standing an impressive 14 feet tall and tipping the scales between 12 to 12.5 tons. This species was a marvel of nature's design. Closely related to today's Asian elephant, Elephas maximus, Palaeoloxodon recki roamed the African continent from around 3.2 million to 1 million years ago during the Pliocene and Pleistocene epochs. This period was marked by significant climatic and environmental changes, which Palaeoloxodon recki navigated with remarkable success. Primarily a grazer, this elephant species adapted well to the diverse habitats of ancient Africa, showcasing the adaptability and resilience of proboscideans. Despite its success, Palaeoloxodon recki eventually faced extinction, a fate possibly driven by competition for resources with other emerging species, including members of the genus Loxodonta, the African elephants we are familiar with today. Number 6. Woolly Mammoth. While they went extinct thousands of years ago, the woolly mammoths that roamed the frozen tundras of the last ice age were some of the largest elephants to ever walk the earth. These prehistoric cousins to today's modern elephants were incredibly well adapted for the harsh glacial climates they inhabited across Europe, Asia, and North America. With their towering bodies insulated by shaggy fur coats and thick layers of fat, woolly mammoths were built to endure brutal sub-zero temperatures. Their massive sizes helped them retain body heat and gave them an unmistakable, commanding presence. The largest woolly mammoth specimens are estimated to have stood up to 4 meters or 13 feet tall at the shoulder. That's taller than the largest elephant alive today. The woolly mammoths were bulked up to match their towering builds. While weights varied across different populations, some of the biggest adults likely tipped the scales at an astonishing 8,000 to 10,000 kilograms, or 17,600 to 22,000 pounds. The largest woolly mammoths completely dwarfed even the biggest elephants roaming today. This immense size and bulk provided woolly mammoths some advantages in fending off prehistoric predators like saber-toothed cats and dire wolves. Those curved tusks, up to 5 meters or 16 feet long, also offered powerful self-defense. Woolly mammoths managed to survive the bitterly cold temperatures of the last ice age for over 1 million years before eventually going extinct around 10,000 years ago due to climate change and human hunting. Number 5. Columbian Mammoth. The Columbian mammoth stands out as one of North America's most magnificent prehistoric inhabitants, thriving from approximately 1.5 million years ago until around 10,000 years ago. This mammoth was among the mammoth family's largest and most iconic species, sharing a close relation with the well-known woolly mammoth. Characterized by its enormous stature, the Columbian mammoth could reach up to 14 feet tall at the shoulders and weigh as much as 10 tons. Its long, curved tusks, extending up to 16 feet, were not just formidable tools but also impressive adaptations for survival. Covered in shaggy, brownish hair, these mammoths were well insulated, perfectly suited for the colder northern climates they often roamed. As herbivores, Columbian mammoths had a diet primarily consisting of grasses and other vegetation, demonstrating their adaptation to a range of environments across North America, from lush grasslands to dense forests. The discovery of their fossilized remains, notably within the Las Vegas Formation at Tule Springs Fossil Beds National Monument, has provided valuable insights into their existence. Since the first mammoth fossil was unearthed there in 1903, Columbian mammoths have made up about 22% of the fossil finds at the site, highlighting their prevalence in the region's prehistoric ecosystem. Number 4. Sumatran elephant. The Sumatran elephant, a critically endangered subspecies of the Asian elephant, calls the lush island of Sumatra in Indonesia its home. Unlike its larger relatives, the Sumatran elephant is notably smaller, standing at a height of approximately 6.6 to 9.8 feet and weighing between 4,000 to 8,800 pounds. This relatively diminutive size when compared to other elephant species is an adaptation to its environment, featuring smaller, more rounded ears and a body adorned with patches of thick, wrinkly skin. These elephants are perfectly suited to navigate the dense forests of Sumatra. The Sumatran elephant's diet is as diverse as its rainforest home, feasting on an array of fruits, leaves, and grasses. However, this unique existence is under severe threat, primarily due to habitat loss from relentless deforestation driven by agricultural expansion and logging. These activities not only decimate the ancient forests that are crucial for the survival of numerous species, but also severely impact the Sumatran elephant by destroying their natural habitats. The challenges facing these majestic creatures don't stop at habitat loss. With their populations dwindling, inbreeding becomes a significant concern, further endangering their survival. Human activities have not only fragmented their living spaces but also exposed them to the dangers of poaching, with elephants being targeted for their tusks and other body parts for the illegal ivory trade. Number 3. Mastodon. Mastodons, ancient relatives of the modern elephant, roamed the forests of North and Central America from about 30,000 to 10,000 years ago. While they share a family tree with mammoths and elephants, mastodons carved out their own distinct chapter in Earth's prehistoric narrative. On average, an adult mastodon stood between 8 to 10 feet tall at the shoulder, slightly smaller than their mammoth relatives and today's African and Asian elephants. What set mastodons apart were their physical characteristics, specifically their long, curved tusks, which could grow up to 13 feet in length, and their uniquely structured teeth. Unlike elephants and mammoths, mastodons had teeth with cone-shaped cusps designed to grind down not grass but a diet rich in woody plants and branches. This specialized diet is key to understanding the mastodon's place in the natural world and its eventual disappearance. As the Pleistocene era drew to a close, significant climate changes transformed the vegetation across their habitat. The shift from forested landscapes to more open grasslands likely contributed to the mastodon's extinction, as their primary food sources became scarcer. Number 2. Steppe mammoth. This mammoth species roamed the earth during a period stretching from about 600,000 to 370,000 years ago, marking its existence as one of the giants of the Pleistocene epoch. The steppe mammoth was indeed colossal, with some individuals towering up to 16 feet tall. Their long, curved tusks, which could extend several feet in length, were not only impressive but also served multiple purposes. These tusks were instrumental in foraging for food and water, defending against predators, and may have even played a role in their mating rituals, showcasing their vitality and strength. One of the most fascinating aspects of the steppe mammoth was its adaptation to survive in the harsh, cold climates of the Eurasian steppes. Their shaggy coats were a natural adaptation, enabling them to endure the extreme temperatures of the ice ages. The steppe mammoth is believed to be one of the ancestors of the well-known woolly mammoth, which evolved to withstand even colder environments characterized by its iconic thick fur coat. The reasons behind the steppe mammoth's extinction are still a subject of scientific inquiry. However, it is widely thought that changes in climate and shifts in vegetation patterns played significant roles in their decline, echoing a common theme in the extinction of prehistoric species. Number 1. Temple elephant Raman. India is home to many revered temple elephants, massive creatures that play important cultural and religious roles. One of the most famous is Raman, an enormous male Asian elephant residing at the Thrissur Puram festival in Kerala. Raman stands an incredible 3.6 meters, or just under 12 feet, tall at his shoulder. His massive bulk weighs around 5,700 kilograms, or 12,500 pounds. He is one of the tallest and heaviest elephants alive today. Born in the wild in 1984, Raman was captured at a young age and domesticated to serve as a ceremonial elephant. For nearly 4 decades, he has been a central figure at the Thrissur Puram festival, one of India's most spectacular religious events. During Thrissur Puram, Raman leads processions of richly decorated elephants through crowds of thousands of spectators. Draped in vibrant cloths and carrying sacred ornaments, he is an awe-inspiring sight. His massive size and calm presence make him the natural centerpiece. As a musk elephant, Raman goes through periods of increased aggression and reproductive hormones every few years. Special precautions must be taken during musk to ensure the safety of his mahouts and spectators. Even so, the locals deeply revere Raman as a symbol of power and prosperity. At 62 years old, Raman is now reaching the upper limits of an Asian elephant's lifespan in captivity. His retirement is being planned to ensure he can live out his final years in peace and comfort after decades of devoted service. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.